morning. Let's see. We can turn this around. It is October 28th. It's Thursday, so that's my day off. I had a dream. I had a dream. Who says that? That song. Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. That's what it's called. This is the song that came out in the beginning of the movie. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had a dream. I had a dream, but because I fell asleep in the living room. I was sleeping in the living room, and because I stayed up working, and it wasn't that late. But you know what? I think I was exhausted because I took 2 trips to Dolores Park. I took a trip to Dolores Park. Well, not to Dolores Park, but I went to Faye's coffee shop, which is practically by Dolores Park, and then walked back in the morning, and then went for a walk to Dolores Park in my break. But I power walked it, like I was on workout mode, and I sat for like 20 minutes. Enjoyed people watching, and then needed to come back. So I think I was just extra tired because of that. And I've been thinking about wanting to incorporate more of a workout now that I have my routine going. Like even with my notes, like I'm doing audio recording, so it's easier on my hands, just cut and pasty. And just getting really the flow of things. I noticed when I got back. I'm so happy to be back. So anyways, so it was 10. I knock out on the couch, and I wake up, but I was just so comfy that I decided just to sleep on the couch. And then I woke up again. Like I woke up 2 or 3 times, and I know I had it. There were dream pieces, but here's the thing: I don't know if one of those came after I listened to MJ or if it came before. MJ usually posts at 5, around 5 in the morning. She's on Eastern time. And so my dream, what I remember, there's people from, and it's mostly clients, like it's clients from my past that are coming to me. There's people from my past, clients specifically from my past, that are coming to me for help. And I'm like looking at them, and I'm like, I know you. You look different, but I know you. And then there's this feeling of like, I've worked with you before. But now they're seeking me out. So this continued theme of like me being a helper, really, and being sought out. And we were in the school. That's the thing. Like I felt like I was in school. I was in the school, but I wasn't a teacher. But I held a role, an important role with these kids around me. And there weren't even kids. It's like high school students. And so then I remembered, it triggered in me some clients from high school. I'm gonna slide it. When I used to provide services for at the high schools. But anyways, so then I need to listen to MJ's message again, because sometimes I don't pay attention because I'm asleep. But I could have sworn she said something about being a teacher to others, looking for a teacher, or being a teacher to others, something like that. So anyways, it's funny because tomorrow the video that's gonna post, well, I don't think it's the video that's scheduled for tomorrow. I think it's scheduled for the following week. I'm preparing them for the upcoming weeks, and I think it's a lot easier because it is only 3 videos a week, but it's where I meet Gary, and then I'm like adamant. I'm like, he's gonna be my teacher. And so this is just funny that there's that going in my past timeline, right? And then right now, there's this element, or at least the themes in my dreams are that I'm the teacher. I'm the one helping people. So that's just funny. Why was I saying? Oh yeah, just because of the confusion in my dream and then the video. So I don't know what came first, right? The chicken or the egg. But anyways, woke up early. Found a really cool parking spot. Un poquito retirado. Like it's a little walk. Oh, significant walk. It's 30 minutes away. But it's in a residential area, and usually I found, so I live where there's more apartment. Well, they're all apartments, really. It's just that there's some where it's like a house, more houses, if you will. But not every house has like a parking, like it, because it's the city. So anyway, so when I travel out of the Mission District a little more, there's more the residential area, in the sense where there's more homes versus apartments. And so then there's more parking spots because they have garages. And so so I found some up, and then I found like there's another park up there, and it's Bernal Heights, I think that's what it's called. And so I was like, oh, I need to come check this place out. Because I parked up there, not as high as I went up today, but enough to where I feel safe out there. I feel safe putting my car out there. I mean, I feel safe anywhere, really. I mean, everybody's like living out of their car. It's funny because I stayed in my car purposefully today. I'm just like, I was debating whether or not to leave San Francisco today to go take care of some bills. I'm like, I'm just gonna wing it. And so instead I decided to stay in and just finish cleaning, really, and organizing myself, and just taking, like, just kicking back, right? Because I can. And so I decided to stay in my car. I finished my notes in my car. I was recording them so I can email them to myself. And then I drove back because I know I'm getting a better idea of like when the sweeper passes by, and I know I'm not the only one who waits in the car for the sweeper to pass by, and then people just like try to find parking spots. So I came a little early, and then I parked in another street where it's like 1 hour parking, and I'm like waiting, I'm listening for the sweeper to come by, and a bunch of little ticketers, the police officers, which reminds me I still need to pay my 2 tickets. They look funny because they look like those little cars from movie Cars, the Disney Cars, where it's like Guido, is it Guido? Where he's just like, this little I think that's his name. But they all look like that, the ticket people. so there's like 3 of them. I'm like so anyways, the sweeper came and I turned around and found a parking spot. And it's funny because I see other people in their cars too, and you become familiar with the cars, so it's just funny. Anyways, anywho, why was I sharing that? Oh, just the morning, enjoying really that, and this continued exploration and discovering of new things. And I haven't gotten tired of moving my car in the mornings. And I took a book. I took my religion's book too, you know, in case I had finished early. I'm like, oh, I can read in the, like, so I'm making use of my time, right? No es en balde. I'm not just wasting the time. I'm being mindful and purposeful with what I do with that. So then I was just happy I found a spot and came back, right? And then I laid on the couch again, and I'm like, what am I going to do today? And then I was like, I could just lay here if I wanted to, you know, just on the couch, and I'd be like, oh, I'm so happy here. Like, just feeling so happy being here. And then I thought about it some more, about this urge to like look at Ali's tarot. Even yesterday, it was yesterday, I felt it, where I was just like, oh, I kind of don't want to listen to it anymore, because all they talk about is potential energy. It's just potential energy, right? That they pick up on. It's energy that you can access if you're aware, if you choose to, right? Free will. And oftentimes, and I think what I'm being deterred from it is I'm just like, it's always like this energy that you're tied to, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, oh, I don't need no energy tied to me. Even though, of course, it's inevitable, right? We're all kind of interconnected. But the part of me was just like, I don't know if I want to spend time listening to it anymore. When I have my internal compass, right? I have my own guiding system. I can do my own tarot spread and trust myself enough, right? That I can pick up on what I need to pick up enough to do what I need to do, right? And I want to keep being present and in the moment and enjoying the good feeling that I have by just being here and being me and doing me and my walks and just taking all of that in without having to worry about potential energies. So I've made the decision to unsubscribe. Just for me, really. Because I don't need it anymore. I don't feel like I do. I want to continue to unplug, right, the cord with not getting caught up with what other people say, so to speak, when it's something that I know I can do on my own now. However, there are other people that I'm still connected to. One of them was Neil something. So I'm sticking with Abraham Hicks, the well-being thing for sure. And then in terms of just like this whole spirituality type of stuff, I signed up for that it's not Chiron, it's Chiron. I haven't listened to him though. There's another one that I listened to. But anyways, Star Talk. The Neil Degrasse. Neil Degrasse. So he came out. I listened to 2 recently. One of them was actually regarding the moon. It was a moon, and it caught my attention. It was on Elizabeth Moon. I'll look for it and post it. But anyways, he talked about this concept, right, about the moon affecting the tides. And then he said it's really the sun and the moon. He gives the credit to the sun. But it really is both combined. The sun exposing the light to the moon on the full moon, and then that creating the shift. And so he's like, it's really because of the sun. I'm like, well, no, you require both. The sun shining on the moon, right? Shining on what's hidden to bring it up to people's awareness. So I thought that was really neat, just the symbolism of like, you need both. You need both the light and the dark to bring up, right, all the stuff that's hidden. I thought that was neat. The one that I'm questioning right now is your zodiac sign is wrong. Is the dramatic title of the most recent one. But really, so he's talking about the tilt and the point of I guess how the constellation, and I don't know enough about astrology to really like give my 2 cents, but it makes me question how he describes the tilt, right, the Earth's axis and the wobble effect or whatever, and then the sun's position, and so then he's really just calling out on the need for astrology to shift, also the alignment of the zodiac signs, because everything is shifting, and so therefore that is bound to shift too. So now I'm curious of what the astrologers who study astrology, their area of expertise, what do they say about it? I mean, for me, it makes sense. It makes sense that it would need to shift. Now, does it make everything in the past wrong? No, because that's the energy that we embodied, right? Because I'm thinking about birth charts. And so in the past, that's the energy that was embodied. But now it's just a matter of like looking at how the energy continues to shift, right? That's really all it's asking of us to do, is to reevaluate, remodify, and just tweak things, right? As with everything, when change occurs. So anyways, I am thinking of asking Miss Christina what her thoughts are on that, if she's looked into that. And then I wanted to also pose the question to Crown Kings and Crowns, which is another group of people that I've subscribed to, but they haven't posted anything, so I'm sure they're probably busy, but I'm still gonna reach out and send an email and see if maybe they have any thoughts on it. Yeah, so there's that. The other thing that came to mind today, I finally unwrapped her. She's right there. I unwrapped her and I hung her up. And I got a little tearful, like putting her up, more so in the sense of like gratitude. Really just gratitude for what she symbolizes and what she represents in my life. And it actually matches really nicely with the theme in the room. Because I have like waves there, like just a bunch of blue, and then like my bed's, you know, it's all like nice and blue, and then, you know, my one painting that I did that I just loved, and then, you know, there she is. There she stands. And so yeah, she's there visually. She's there, and she's there, she's here. I unwrapped her. But I was thinking about what triggered it. There was something that triggered, I don't know what it was. I think it was the dream maybe that I was thinking about from early when I got back, where it seemed like we're teenagers. Like we're teenagers in that dream, and I'm like just nudging at him and his foot. I'm like, don't be upset, don't be upset. And but I was thinking about the dreams where I've had of him, and how most of the dreams are really of us younger, like teenager younger. Like that one, we were teens, and even the beginning ones, like we were teenagers. The one where it hasn't posted, well, for me it hasn't posted, but I mean by the time you guys get to this one, it did post. But the one where I'm taken back after seeing the Diego Rivera mural, and the dream where I had of him and my family, but we were in different bodies. There was, even though there was a little girl that it felt like she was mine, there was still an element of feeling younger. And then I started thinking about, like, well, back in the day, you know, you married young. In many religions, you still marry young, right? Early 20s, that's still young. If I had to, with all the dreams that I've had of him or his energy, right? Entertaining the idea. That's what it is. The only one where it kind of felt we were a little older, and by older, it like in our early 20s, was not the one where we had the child. It was the one where I felt him in my space, where I felt him in my last apartment. Because it felt like we were living together, and it felt like it was like the 60s or 70s, and it felt like we were a little, not beyond 25 or 30 at all. Like all the dreams were younger than that, which is funny because we're both 40-ish. 40. I'm 40, he's 41. So then that made me think, is it because energetically there's that level of, that's where we are in terms of our maturity level, like, you know, more immature than, you know, in terms of how we handle stuff. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I can only speak for myself. But I wonder, right, symbolically, if you know, if that's what that means, that it's I'm seeing us in that maturity phase. Because I haven't seen a dream of us older, so I wonder if there's symbolism in that. I don't know. But that's what I was thinking about today as I was laying in my bed. Oh, because I was thinking, not in my bed, but on the couch, because I was just reflecting on, like, oh, I could just sit here and lay and, like, you know, it's my day off, right? I'm caught up with everything except the cleaning list. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. But just, and again, that feeling of gratitude of, like, and laughing at my life. And reflecting on some of the videos and the stories that I share. And I'm just like, oh, I love this life. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And just laughing at myself. And just, so then that's when it popped up. Man. But anyways, yeah, that's where I'm at. That's all I wanted to share. I haven't meditated, so I'll probably do that. And just finish up some stuff and work on my, I have like almost 2 or 3 weeks left before I have my birth chart review again, Miss Christina, so I need to keep working on that. Been lagging it on that a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's it for right now. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you.